You know that feeling, right? It's the middle of the afternoon and boom, a wave of exhaustion just hits you. Your first move is probably to grab another coffee or maybe a sugary snack to just power through. But what if that feeling isn't what you think it is? What if your own brain is kind of lying to you?
I mean, is that sudden craving for a donut or that feeling like your brain is wrapped in fog, is it really about hunger? Or could your body be trying to tell you something completely different and we're just not getting the message? Okay, so let's get into this because this is fascinating. What you're probably feeling is something experts call the dehydration deception. It's this wild biological trick where your body's signals for thirst get their wires crossed. They show up looking like hunger or fatigue, trapping you in a cycle of cellular stress you don't even know you're in. To really wrap our heads around this, we need to zoom in, way in. We need to look at what's actually happening inside your body, down at the cellular level, the moment those water levels start to drop. So check this out. According to Dr. Ronald Navarro, an orthopedic surgeon, our cells aren't just floating around. They're literally surrounded by water and they contain water. Dehydration completely changes the game for them. As he says, their membranes become less permeable. And this is the perfect way to picture it. Think of yourselves as these amazing high-tech filters. When they're hydrated, they're incredible. They pull in all of the good stuff, the nutrients, and they flush out all the toxic gunk. But the second you're dehydrated, that filter gets clogged. Your cells can't get the fuel they need, and even worse, they can't take out the trash, creating this toxic mess inside your own body. Now, here is the scariest part of this whole thing. By the time you actually feel thirsty, it's already too late. Your body has been in water rationing mode for hours. Thirst isn't the gentle first knock on the door. It's the alarm bell screaming when the building's already on fire. And this is especially terrifying for certain groups. As we get older, our brain's natural thirst signal actually gets weaker. It literally just forgets to tell us to drink. And for infants, the signs are even more subtle, but so urgent. Things like a sunken soft spot on their head or crying without producing a single tear. So if you can't always trust your feeling of thirst, how are you supposed to know if you're dehydrated? Well, it turns out your body has this secret language, a bunch of weird clues that most of us just blow right past. So let's learn how to decode them. And some of these signs are just bizarre. Bad breath? You might think it's the onions from lunch, but when you're dehydrated, you stop producing enough saliva. Saliva has powerful antibacterial properties, so without it, bacteria just have a party in your mouth. Or how about suddenly craving sweets? Your liver needs water to release stored energy. When it can't, your blood sugar signals go totally haywire, screaming for a candy bar when all it really wants is a glass of water. Okay, we have to be really clear here. While bad breath is a clue, the symptoms on this screen are major red flags. This level of dehydration is so serious that your brain, which is mostly water, can actually start to shrink a tiny bit, which can cause symptoms that look like dementia. If you or someone you know ever experiences these, it's a potential medical emergency. All right, enough with the what-ifs. How can you tell right now, in this very moment, where you are on the hydration scale? Let's get to some super simple physical tests you can do on yourself. There are 2 incredibly easy diagnostic tools you can use anytime, anywhere to get a really clear picture of how hydrated you actually are. First up is the urine color test. Yep, we're going there. This is a direct message from your kidneys. If it's a pale, straw-like color, you're in the clear. But as it starts getting into that darker amber or orange territory, that's a flashing red light. It means your kidneys are working in overdrive, trying desperately to hold on to every last drop of water they can. And here's another one you can do right now. It's called the Skin Turgor Test. Just pinch the skin on the back of your hand. If it snaps back instantly, you're good. Your tissues are nice and elastic. But if it stays tented up for a second or goes back down really slowly, you are seeing a direct sign that your tissues are literally losing their elasticity because they don't have enough fluid. Okay, so you've done the tests and you realize you might be dehydrated. The solution is easy, right? Just drink a ton of water? Well, not exactly. There's a twist. And this is a really important question. Because if you're significantly dehydrated, especially if it's from sweating a lot or being sick, just chugging plain water can actually dilute the electricity in your body, and believe it or not, can sometimes make things worse. And that is because of these things. Electrolytes. The best way to think of them is as the spark plugs for your body. They're essential minerals that carry an electric charge, and they're what allow your nerves to fire and your muscles to contract.
When you lose a lot of fluid, you lose these critical minerals too. So the real key is to replace not just the water, but the salts and sugars that help you absorb that water. And you can actually make a professional-grade rehydration solution right at home with this super simple recipe. That specific combo of salt and sugar helps your body pull the water into your cells way more effectively than just water alone.
So the next time that 3 p.m. slump hits, before you reach for the coffee or the cookie, just pause and ask yourself this question. That feeling of fatigue might not be a sign of weakness at all. It might just be a simple, ancient signal that you've just forgotten how to hear. Are you ready to start listening?